you've been growing with us, you've already discovered how easy it is to transform your kitchen into a thriving indoor garden. Today, we're adding something special to your microgreen collection: sunflower shoots, the crown jewel of indoor farming. For our newcomers joining us, don't worry, sunflower microgreens are perfect for beginners. And for our experienced growers, you're in for a treat. These shoots are different from the herbs and lettuce we've grown so far. What makes sunflower microgreens unique is their incredible nutty flavor and substantial texture. While our other microgreens are light and delicate, these beauties are hearty enough to become the star of your nutritious salad, shine in delicious sandwiches, or even replace sprouts in your favorite wrap. We'll use the same basic setup that you're familiar with, but there are a few special tricks that make sunflower microgreens stand out from the crowd. Before we get our hands dirty, let's understand what makes these remarkable plants tick. In our next episode, we'll explore the unique anatomy of sunflower microgreens. And trust me, once you understand how these vigorous shoots develop, you'll be growing them like a pro. Ready to add these nutrition-packed shoots to your indoor farm? Stay with us. You're about to master the art of growing nature's most versatile microgreen. Ever notice how something so small can be so perfectly designed? Let's unlock the secrets hidden within your sunflower microgreens. It all starts with this clever shell, the seed coat. Think of it as nature's perfect package, protecting everything inside until the exact right moment to sprout. Watch what happens next. These first leaves, called cotyledons, emerge like solar panels. They're not just any leaves. They're the plant's first power source, storing food that fuels every stage of growth. The stem might look simple, but it's actually a master architect. The tiny tower lifts the leaves towards light while channeling water and nutrients exactly where they need to be. Below the surface, these delicate roots are anything but fragile. They're the plant's lifeline, anchoring it firmly while seeking out every drop of water and nutrients. And just when you think the show's over, these spiky true leaves make their debut, ready to take over and fuel the next stage of growth. Now that you know what makes these mighty plants tick, are you ready to grow your own? Join us next time as we reveal the perfect environment for your sunflower microgreens and show you exactly how to plant them for the most bountiful harvest yet. Growing sunflower microgreens is like creating a tiny perfect spring day right in your kitchen. Let's build their ideal world. 3 environmental factors make or break your success: temperature at 70 to 75 degrees, humidity around 55%, and at least 6 hours of daily light exposure. You can harness natural light from a bright windowsill or use LED grow lights for consistent results year-round. It's also important to think about adding a little fan nearby. Consistent air circulation is your secret weapon against mold. Plus, that subtle movement encourages your microgreens to develop strong, sturdy stems. Think of it as their daily workout. Now, let's get started with black oil sunflower seeds, the champions of microgreens. They'll need an 8-hour soak in room temperature water. This helps soften their shells. Measure out exactly 150 grams of black oil sunflower seeds for our standard 10-20 tray. This perfect ratio ensures each seed has room to thrive without competing with its neighbors. Now, for the crucial prep, add 3 cups of pH-balanced water to your measured seeds. This specific amount helps soften those tough seed hulls and kicks off germination. Let them soak for 4 to 8 hours. But here's the key. When you strain and rinse them, keep them moist until planting. Dry seeds are sleepy seeds. Once your seeds are rinsed and ready, you'll need 3 trays. 1 with drainage holes for growing, and 2 solid trays. 1 for watering, and 1 to use as a lid. Starting small, clean takeout containers work perfectly. Now, your growing medium should be light and fluffy, a mix of cocoa coir and vermiculite, or quality seed starting mix. This creates the perfect balance of moisture and air. Start by adding 8 to 10 cups of your growing medium to your top tray, this one with the drainage holes. Now, here's the crucial step that many growers miss. Spread your grow out evenly, and then, once your tray is full, tamp it down. We're not compacting it, but we're eliminating any hills and valleys. This even surface is the foundation for uniform growth and higher yields. When spreading your soaked seeds, aim for even distribution across the growing medium. The seeds will touch, that's perfectly fine. What matters is avoiding clumps or bare patches. Add 4 cups of water to your bottom tray, pH between 6 and 6.5. Your seeds will drink exactly what they need, preventing the surface from getting too wet and improving your chances of avoiding mold growth. Before we cover our seeds, there's one vital step for success: fungicide application. Whether you're using a store-bought solution or our homemade recipe from our previous video, give your seeds a thorough but gentle misting. This protective barrier stops mold spores in their tracks. One even layer is all you need. Think of morning dew, not morning shower. Now comes a step that separates good crops from great ones. First, place your dark dome cover over the tray. Then, we will add about 5 to 10 pounds of weight on top. This isn't just about pressing down. It's about encouraging those roots to seek out water. This gentle pressure drives them downward, creating strong plants and better yields. A few clean bricks or a weighted board works perfectly. For the next few days, they'll stay cozy under this weighted darkness. In 4 to 5 days, we'll remove both the weight and the dome, letting them bask in that crucial daily light exposure. Growing your own sunflower microgreens is like watching a tiny forest emerge right in your kitchen. Now that your sprouts have broken through the soil, it's time to remove that dark dome and give them the care that they need to thrive. I'm going to show you exactly how to nurture those little powerhouses of nutrition. The first thing your emerging microgreens are craving is light, and plenty of it. These little sun lovers need 12 to 16 hours daily. Position your tray under grow lights or near a bright window, but avoid direct sunlight, which can cook your tender greens. Here's a pro tip. Hold your hand above the greens. If the light feels comfortably warm, not hot, you've found the sweet spot. Let's walk through your morning maintenance routine. First things first, before adding water, we need to check on our greens' overall health. Take a moment to scan your crop. We're checking 3 key things: even growth across the tray, vibrant green color with no yellowing, and most importantly, no white fuzzy growth that could signify mold. During your daily check, we're looking for 3 key indicators of health. Let me show you exactly what to look for. First, growth uniformity. Notice how most of these greens are standing tall, but we have some patches lagging behind. Uneven growth often signals inconsistent moisture distribution or light coverage. If you spot uneven growth, check your light distribution and ensure your tray is level for even water absorption. Next, leaf color. Healthy sunflower microgreens should be a vibrant green. If you notice any yellowing, it's usually telling you one of 2 things: either too much moisture at the base, or the light source needs adjusting. And finally, the most critical check, mold. Look closely at the base of your plants, especially in areas where they might be densely packed. Healthy stems should be clean and green. Any white fuzz or discoloration is a red flag that needs immediate attention. If you spot mold, increase air circulation, and reduce watering immediately. Now, let's talk about one of the most nuanced aspects of microgreen care: watering. Rather than following strict schedules, successful growers learn to read their plant's needs using multiple senses. First, let's use our eyes. Look at your growing medium. Is it dark and compressed, showing signs of saturation, or is it light-colored and dusty? Are your greens standing tall or starting to droop? These visual cues tell us a lot. Drooping greens are asking for water, while an overall dark, compressed medium might signal too much moisture, which can lead to mold. Next, let's use our sense of touch. Pick up your tray. A saturated tray feels heavy, while one needing water feels notably lighter. Gently touch the top layer of your growing medium. It should feel like a wrung-out sponge, moist but not waterlogged. If it feels dry and crumbly, it's time to water. As a new grower, one of the best habits that you can develop is keeping notes. Start with adding about 1/4 inch of water to your bottom tray. Then record what you observe. Tracking things like the date and the amount of water added and how your plants respond, you'll notice as your microgreens grow taller, they'll drink more water. These notes will help you develop a watering schedule that's unique to your growing environment. When your greens need water, always water from below. Add room temperature, pH balanced water to your bottom tray, allowing the medium to wick up what it needs. Remember, your climate plays a big role in how often you'll need to water. Hot, dry conditions mean more frequent watering, while humid environments require less. Trust your observations over any fixed schedule. This simple morning routine, inspect, water, check airflow, takes just a few minutes but makes all the difference in growing healthy, vigorous microgreens. Let me show you what to expect over the next week. This tray here was just uncovered today. By day 4 to 5, they'll look like this, with strong stems developing. And here's what you're aiming for: beautiful, sturdy greens ready for harvest. From this point, your sunflower microgreens will grow quickly. They're ready to harvest when the first set of true leaves emerge. That's your signal that it's time to harvest. With these simple daily care steps, you're well on your way to growing gorgeous, nutrient-packed sunflower microgreens. But knowing when and how to harvest is crucial for getting the most from your crop. Join me in our next episode, where I'll show you my professional harvesting techniques and the secrets to keeping your microgreens fresh for up to a week. Until then, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, great gardens start small. Perfect timing. Your sunflower microgreens are ready for harvest when you spot the first true leaves beginning to emerge. Let me show you how to capture these delicate greens at the peak of their flavor. See this tiny leaf emerging between the cotyledons? That's your signal. Don't wait any longer. Once they grow beyond this stage, they'll develop a bitter taste. Before we start, safety first. Consider wearing cut-resistant gloves. These stems are tougher than they look. And forget about the scissors. They'll crush the stems and reduce shelf life. Instead, use a sharp produce knife. Here's the technique. Gently gather a small section with your gloved hand. And with your knife, make a clean cut just above the soil level. Notice how I'm keeping the blade parallel to the growing medium. These clean cuts are crucial for maximizing harvest freshness. And remember, harvest the entire tray at once. Unlike some other microgreens, sunflowers are best harvested in one go. Look at this beautiful harvest. Now comes the crucial part: proper storage. Join me in the next segment where I'll show you exactly how to keep these tender greens fresh and crisp for maximum shelf life. Ready to learn the secrets for microgreen storage? Stay with us. You won't want to miss these professional tips for keeping your harvest fresh and delicious. Before we store these fresh sunflower microgreens, let's talk cleanliness. As we demonstrated in our sanitation guide, a 3-step cleaning process is essential for food safety and preventing cross-contamination. Remember our process. First, thoroughly clean your harvest tools and trays with hot, soapy water. Next, rinse them completely. Finally, dip everything in a food-safe sanitizing solution. Now, let's explore your storage options, both short-term and long-term. First up, fresh storage. For fresh storage, place your unwashed microgreens in an airtight container or bag. Notice I'm not washing them. Keep them dry until you're ready to use them. When stored properly in your refrigerator's crisper drawer, these greens will stay fresh for up to 10 days. But what if you want to store them longer? Let's talk preservation methods. Dehydrating your microgreens can extend their shelf life up to 12 months while retaining 60 to 75% of their nutritional value. And if you have access to freeze-drying equipment, that's even better. Freeze-dried microgreens retain an impressive 97% of their nutritional content. Speaking of nutrition, these tiny greens are packed with remarkable compounds that support your health in amazing ways. Curious about what makes these little greens so valuable to your diet? Join us in our next segment, where we'll explore the fascinating nutritional profile of sunflower microgreens. You won't believe what these small sprouts can do for your well-being. These tender sunflower microgreens aren't just delicious, they're remarkably nutrient-dense. Let's explore exactly what makes them such a valuable addition to your meals. Sunflower microgreens are particularly rich in essential nutrients that support your daily health. They're an excellent source of vitamins E, A, and C, along with B complex vitamins. What's fascinating is their mineral content. These greens provide calcium and magnesium for bone health, and iron, crucial for oxygen transport throughout your body. They're an excellent source of plant-based protein and dietary fiber. The protein supports muscle maintenance, while fiber aids in digestion and helps maintain steady energy levels. What sets sunflower microgreens apart is their complete nutritional package. Proteins, healthy fats, and antioxidants working together to support your body's natural functions. We've journeyed together from seed selection to harvest, and now you have all the knowledge needed to grow these nutritious greens in your own home. Let me share a few simple ways to enjoy them. Sunflower microgreens have a mild, nutty flavor that pairs beautifully with everyday dishes. Try adding a handful to your morning eggs or sprinkling them on avocado toast for a nutritious breakfast. They add a wonderful texture and freshness to sandwiches. Just add them at the last moment before serving to maintain their crispness. Or, my personal favorite, toss them into your salads for an extra layer of flavor and nutrition. Their subtle, nutty taste complements any dressing. Remember, growing microgreens isn't just about following steps. It's about developing an intuition for these remarkable plants. Each tray you grow will teach you something new. From all of us here, thank you for growing with us. We hope you're inspired to start your own microgreen journey. Whether you're growing for nutrition, flavor, or the simple joy of nurturing something from seed to harvest, you're now equipped for success.